final score, Washington 4, Harvard 0.
Great weekend for us as far as our pitching went. Played great defense, and we got the timely hitting we've been waiting to have, and we think that's what Husky softball's all about, and there's no time to put it together like now.
Speaking of your pitching, you know, you had all three out there this weekend, and you know, how does that feel to you know, I know you said you had great pitching, but how does that feel as a coach to be able to see all three of them do so well?
Well, we haven't had that for a long time in this program. I don't know if we ever have had three pitchers that are capable of carrying us through a regional and shutting out, I think, every team we played. But this group was a special group, and that's kind of what we built this unit to have. And sometimes it's been some bumps, but that's really what makes this happen, is all those bumps, all those times where things have happened and they've learned and they found a way to be mentally tough when it matters. So.
And Bria, how about with you? You know, how was it to, first off, here you're going to start this game and then to go out there and be able to complete it for your team?
I was really excited, kind of nervous when I got the call like an hour before game time. It was my first postseason start, so I definitely had those butterflies of just going out there. But once I got started, it's the same game we've always played, and I had the same people I've had behind me all season. We obviously have a great group of girls behind me in the dugout. So I just knew after that first inning of getting that one run, I was like, okay, we've got this, I got this, and just kind of kept going.
It seemed like your changeup was working pretty well for you today. Was there anything else in particular that was really kind of helping you out there?
I feel like I felt good, pretty good with all my pitches today. Definitely had like a game plan of just trying to pop up as many people, but just I felt pretty good with everything today.
Did you learn much from just seeing Caitlin in this first game?
Yes, just watching their hitters and knowing they have a lot of lefties, so I'm going to see a lot from the left side of the plate, and seeing how Caitlin attacked them and what they did against Caitlin's pitches. Me and Caitlin are different pitchers, obviously, so I know when I go in there I'm going to have a slightly different game plan than Caitlin because I don't throw 70 miles an hour. But but seeing what they did and like how they stepped and stuff was definitely helpful for me this game.
You found out an hour before game time you would be the pitcher?
It was like 70 minutes, yeah.
What was your reaction?
Me and Casey Stanchek were actually just doing exercises, and the coach was like, hey, you're starting. And I was like, okay, let's do this. And just kind of kept going, watched BP.
No nerves and no surprise or anything?
I was nervous, but, I mean, kind of expected. I hoped I got it. I wanted this game. Wanted to win. Wanted to lead my team to victory.
Imagine when you get that call, your brain kind of starts going, start thinking about actually putting all that into the play. Is that the case?
Yeah, and I think quite a bit, actually, and I try to pretend like I'm really strategic. So as soon as I realized I was starting the game, I just thought about how I was going to start beating hitters, and I knew they had a lot of lefties, so I just was going through my head, how do I want to get ahead? How do I want to start the game? How do I want to end the game? How am I going to make the ball move? And just started visualizing pitches back, like when I first found out I was pitching, just how I was going to win, take the field.
Were you relying on any particular pitcher, or it was a mix of pitches?
Pretty good mix. Pretty good mix. I try not to rely on one pitch.
Niki, on your home run, obviously you're a senior, you've been at this for a while in one of the toughest conferences. But what do you think about, you know, you've got runners on, you know, what is the mentality of a great hitter like you thinking about when you go in there? And what was the pitch, if you remember, that you hit?
Oh, geez. I'm not too sure of the pitch, but my mindset was just, during Pac-12s, we lost a lot of games by one run, and I wasn't going to let that happen. I just went in there with the mindset of, you know, she's going to miss one time, and I'm going to take advantage of it.
Was that one that you knew was gone?
Not really. I thought it was a pop-up. But, I mean, it went my way, so.
Talk to Coach now.
Yeah, go for it.
What led you to choose Brianna to pitch today?
See if I can come up with a good answer here. It's just one of those things where we have to prepare ourselves to play in the postseason. And I mean, regardless of what happens in the regular season, we know we're prepared, and we're fortunate to have three pitchers that have been prepared through the Pac-12 season and the regular season. So there was no time like the present to allow Brianna an opportunity to take her game in the regional.
Was there something about the way she pitches that you thought would be especially effective against this
No,
opponent?
not necessarily. I think that all the pitchers worked hard this week. I was a little bit nervous because Bree's last scrimmage she threw against our hitters wasn't the greatest, but I knew what she was working on, and she was making some adjustments and trying to work on a certain pitch, and she came out with her game today, and it was good to see that.
Just back to Bree, I know you had a 4-pitch walk to open the game, and then the coach came on and talked to you. Was there anything any adjustment that you made, or that have any effect?
My adjustment was throw a strike. I mean, it's really, I went out there and, I mean, it wasn't the greatest conditions, but it wasn't great for Harvard's pitcher either, so just kind of realizing, like, I can't walk the leadoff hitter, and I just put her on so she can't get to second base. Like, she wasn't allowed to score, so just my adjustment, I guess, just realize it's raining, get over it, and start throwing strikes.
And Coach, what can you say about what can you say about just Harvard as a team and what they've done, coming out here against some really tough competition?
Yeah, I'm really proud of them, and one of the reasons I'm proud of them is because I know one of their coaches really well. I was able to coach her for 4 years at Pacific when I was there, and she got to help us for some time, and it's just really neat to see somebody that's played and coached under me, I guess, that you can tell it's her having an influence in that program. They're scrappy, they're smart, obviously. I was surprised to see that many lefties in the lineup, and they're a great team, and they have a young group of young hitters that they're going to be able to go forth with. But their pitcher, Rachel Brown, she's awesome. She's smart, she doesn't miss a lot, and we had to take advantage of anything she gave us. So
what you guys have kind of been going through the last month and a half or so, this regional win in one sense?
yeah, that's a really good question, because we don't take for granted that the game's hard, but I think sometimes you beat yourself up, and I guess you don't treat yourself very good after losses. I mean, it kind of wears you down because you're not used to it, and you obviously aren't trying to lose, but it's a neat feeling to see the seniors come through today, specifically to see some of the older players play with a lot of emotion, like it matters. A lot of these guys came into this program when we were way up here, and understanding what it's going to take to get us to where we want to go, it's not a given. You look across the country and you see the teams that aren't doing what they need to be doing and taking care of business. That makes us extra proud, given the Pac-12 season that we had and all of that that's going on. But I'm just really proud of this group for staying tight, staying tough, and staying within themselves.
Going forward, I'm not going to put a whole lot of thought into this yet, but is there any reason to think that you wouldn't do the same sort of pitching staff manager next week and this week?
I mean, we definitely have a staff. It's emerged, and it's emerging still. They're still young. They're still, what do they call it? What behind the ears as far as postseason play goes. So we're going to have to rely on every person in our dugout.
You guys have plans to watch the college and some game?
Well, we try to watch everybody that we can and get as much information about everybody that is out there. So it's good that softball's on TV, and this. Whatever happens next. We just got to be able to take our game to the next place.
Probably one last question if we have anything else.
Niki, just one last thing. Shauna, I know we asked Coach yesterday about Shauna, but what is as a teammate, what's your reflection on Shauna and just the way she's been hitting another two-hit game today?
I've known Shauna for a long time, and I know what she's capable of. And during Pac-12s, I know she beat herself up a little bit, but I mean, there's no better time to come alive, and that's what she's doing right now, and she's doing great things for this team, and with her, we're just going to keep moving forward.